Jim, what were your thoughts this afternoon?
Obviously, a bit of frustration that we haven't won the game. I thought the first 45 minutes, I thought we were really good at times. Created 3 or 4 really good chances, and I think we have to be ruthless on 1 or 2 of those occasions. The goal that gets chalked off for offside, in my opinion, is onside. We had another one last weekend against Celtic where Curtis Main is clearly on and it gets chalked off, and it felt as if that was the same again today, where Conor McCarthy, in my opinion, was in line with Sean Rooney. And it's a great delivery, a great header, and we should be 1-0 in front. And I think in games of this ilk, where they're always going to be tight, there isn't going to be a great deal between the two teams, that first goal is massive. And not only that one did we have, but we had another couple of really good ones where Curtis has a good shot on the edge of the box, Jamie reacts to the rebound, probably should score. Richard Tate on the back post in the dying seconds of the half as well, should score in my opinion. So we could have been coming in at half time 2 or 3-0 up. I felt we were comfortable in the opening 45 minutes. Jack Anick hasn't had a great deal to do. The second half is probably where the frustration comes from, because I felt as if we ran out of ideas. We became awfully ragged in our shape at times. We were getting done on the break because we were a bit too sloppy in possession. So there is a little bit of frustration there in the second half, but I've got to give credit to the players all in all. I only had one training session with the players yesterday, tried to get as much information into them as possible and how to go about things today. We spoke about the importance of getting back to clean sheets and being hard to beat. I think you saw that today. Jack Anick hasn't had a great deal to do, really. I can't remember Jack making one save, and that's credit to the guys in front of him. What Jack did have to do in terms of coming and taking crosses and taking corners, his distribution, as always, is excellent. And look, it's one of those things. Unfortunately, you want to win every game you go into, but we know everybody knows it's not quite as easy and as straightforward as that. So for us to come off the back of a difficult game last week when we concede 6, to get back to clean sheet today is a positive that we can take.
You talk about the fact that you only had one training session with the boys. How difficult does that make it?
Yeah, look, it isn't easy, and it's we do work extremely hard on the tactical side of the game during the week, and in fairness to the staff, they deserve a lot of credit. They've carried things along nicely while I was away, but I think from my own point of view, it's important that the manager is there on a daily basis, and I haven't been for the last 10 days prior to yesterday. So it was great to be back on the grass yesterday. I really enjoyed the session with the boys. I thought you saw a team there today that was desperate to go and win and give the fans something to cheer about. I thought the supporters were brilliant. It was great to have so many of them back in here today, and the guys over in W7, I was listening to them for 90 minutes of the game. We can sense their frustration in the last 10 or 15 minutes, where the game becomes a little bit ragged, if you like, and we were causing a lot of our own problems. I felt we ran out of ideas towards the end, and that's something that we're going to need to work on and get better at.
You mentioned the fans there as well, and as you say, W7, how nice is it to hear that noise in here again?
Yeah, look, the atmosphere in live sport is crucial for us all, and it's something that we've all been waiting extremely patiently for to happen again, and it's just brilliant to have everyone back here, and long may that continue.
Just finally, heading into the last couple of days of the transfer window, are you anticipating any ins or outs?
I still think we're a little bit short. I still think we need a wee bit of pace, and that's something that we're trying to work on all the time. We are speaking to a couple of players at the moment, and hopefully in the next 24 hours we'll have a little bit of positive news on that. In terms of people going, Jamie McGrath is the one that everybody's talking about. There obviously is interest there, but at the same time, the board are in a strong position just now that we don't need to accept a silly bid for Jamie. We're digging our heels in because we've got a valuation for the player, and if that valuation is met, then who knows what might happen. But at the moment, that's not the case. Jamie's our player. I think you can see from his performances in the last few games that his focus is very much on St Mirren. He's not downing tools and giving his all for the jersey. He wouldn't do that. He's not that type of character. He's got his recognition again for his performances, that he's away with the Irish team again next week, and congratulations to him on that, and congratulations to some of the other squad members as well who were away with international duty. Daniel Finlayson's away with Northern Ireland 21s, Dylan Reid's away with the under 17s, and Ethan Errahan was very unfortunate to miss out on the under 21s as well. So listen, we're always disappointed not to win games, and we understand the frustration from the fans towards the end of the game, but it's certainly not through a lack of effort and commitment from the boys. And we'll keep working hard, and we'll keep doing what we can do on the training ground, and one of these days everything will click into place, and hopefully we'll get a few goals to show for it.
Jim, thanks very much for your time.
Thanks, James.